From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
American Door Company has been family-owned and operated for over 29 years, supplying Northern California with quality garage doors, garage door openers, and installed with the best service you'd expect from a locally owned company. We serve all of Northern California from Willows all the way up to the Oregon state line. Give us a call today.
Well, happy Monday morning to you. You know, we're going to be looking at a bit of a warming trend, or excuse me, a cooling trend to start the week off before temperatures start to go back up again. More on that in just a second. Let's get you quickly talk about how you can get Weather NorCal. YouTube. Go to youtube.com/@WeatherNorCal. You can get the latest weather updates there, plus the 24-hour channel. That 24-hour channel is also available on Roku, Amazon Fire Stick. I'm an Apple TV guy. I'm still waiting for that darn app to come available on Apple TV. It's been submitted weeks ago. Apple just takes their own sweet time approving it. There you can see, of course, the mobile app for both your iPhone and your Android. All of this, by the way, is free of charge to you. All right, so no big changes this week. Highs going up and down over the next 7 to 10 days. That roller coaster ride we talk about with those temperatures. And it looks like we're beginning to see better chances, possibly for more thunderstorms in the mountains, including parts of the coast and including maybe even the valley. We'll get into that in just a second, but let's take a look at the forecast for today. Another hot day. I think about a 103 for Redding, 102 Red Bluff, and about 101 in Chico. And for the mountains, obviously not as warm. Now, I think places like Siskiyou and Modoc County will probably dodge the 90s, but the eastern mountains, different story. Low to mid 90s there. About 90 for Bernie, 93 Susanville and Paradise, about 95 degrees. The fire potential, it has kind of increased a little bit. The moderate risk, we saw that yesterday. We're seeing it again today. It was a little gusty out there, especially for the north end of the valley. Could be a little gusty again today, but the main reason for the higher fire danger is the heat and the very dry conditions. Now, let's talk about that rain because it's dry all week long. But look at this. By Saturday, you're seeing these little blobs of green. That's where you have the best chances for showers, maybe even some thunderstorms. And look at this. It's even including parts of the valley, but the mountains, maybe even for Del Norte County, for Humboldt County as well. Then we go into Sunday, same situation, maybe not as widespread. Then we go into Monday of next week, and maybe another chance for thunderstorms. Now, it looks like most of them will be in the mountains, and the best chance at this point for the valley looks to be on Saturday. But we'll have to kind of watch that. I mean, I'm not setting it in stone just yet. You'll see that on the 7-day forecast, but as we go the next few days, we may start talking about that. Here's what it looks like for the next 10 days going down, and just like last week. Remember last week we saw the peak of the cooling trend on Wednesday? That's the case again this week. And remember last week, temperatures started to go back up to about 105 degrees. That's the case again this upcoming weekend, 103, 104. And then really it doesn't look like they're going to drop much as we do go into parts of next week. So it does look like we're going to keep that heat for a while once it does return this weekend. That's what it looks like today. Again, a hot start to the week, but temperatures only in the mid 80s for give or take for Siskiyou and Modoc counties, and in the eastern mountains in the low to mid 90s for your daytime highs. All right, let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. So as I mentioned, I have not solidified and put that chance for thunderstorms in concrete just yet. Give it another day or two and I'll probably start introducing those chances, maybe even as early as Friday. But for now, I'm just putting the clouds in there to kind of give you a heads up that something may be happening as we go into this upcoming weekend. And right now, of course, no showers or thunderstorms in the valley. The big story is the fact that the temperatures are going down again. Starting Wednesday, that's the peak of the cooling trend, and then temperatures going back up at least 100 degrees or higher by the time we get into Saturday, Sunday, especially for Red Bluff and Redding, Chico in the mid to upper 90s.